slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go. Hustle hard, hustle every single day. I'll be making moves till I'm buried in my grave. Through the system, I don't wanna be a slave. I've been doing shit my way, on the highway, and in the driveway. Isn't that strange? Cause I'm trying through the climb, I ain't like pain. You're never human, bitch, nah, I don't complain. Just gotta flip the switch and you can go and obtain anything you want, anything you need. Your mind's got the key ingredient, is belief. They'll see with the negativity, but I just gotta right by that energy. Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never ran city, no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go. You got a mind, but even that can change. You can flip the gray matter like some batter in your brain. That's why I say, fake it till you make it A. And if you play that game, then you just might make a change. Rearrange all the bad to okay. Take the worst thoughts saying, turn them to a game. Take the best thoughts saying, put them on display. On repeat in your brain till you're feeling no more pain. Never slow yourself down, you can do some more. Push past all the pain and you find a door. Open it up and finally explore everything that you thought you could never do before. Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 still go, 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 slow, still go, go, there's no hope, still go, I never answer to no, I still go, go.
Case, I want to find out at a level of 7. Okay, so I find that level on my graph, and I come horizontally to my gradient line. Where it intersects with my gradient line, I'm going to come straight down to where it intersects with my fuck around line. Now there is going to tell me how much I have to fuck around to find out what I need to find out. See, as you can see, the more you fuck around, the more you're going to find out. And also, if you stay down here and you never fuck around, you'll never find out. So I hope this lesson is helpful. Thank you.
Oh boy, what's happening, people? What's going on with it? What is going on with it? Late night stream. This is the nights that the time slot that I got to do it unless it's a weekend. But boy, do we have some exposing to do tonight. Holy shit. I'm going to teach you about a green team member that a lot of you probably don't know. I have history with, and apparently they are trying to sue me. But holy shit, is this a fucking comedy session we're about to have? This is animal abuse awareness tonight. I'm talking complete exposure on this. Yeah, she's a definite anti-Kristen Katie. Yeah. All that. So you guys, I'm going to teach you guys about this one, right? On the screen. Quick recap of who's on my thumbnail. I have done an extensive couple of lives on this person. And we're gonna review a lot of this tonight, but just so you guys know, you can't make this shit up. The lady with the purple hair on my thumbnail. Wait for it. She says that she with her spirit abilities, she talks to wait for this. Ted Bundy, who's also on the thumbnail. Yeah, the convicted serial killer. She taps into to Ted Bundy. And Ted Bundy tells her where all the missing children are. And this is how I got to know this lady. Oh, you're going to hear that out of her own mouth tonight when she talks about this fake lawsuit that she has. But I wish a ninja would. I wish a ninja would take a motherfucker like a white boy to court so I could incorporate and subpoena Don and Candace Wells, and they get every dime of your Google AdSense that you've ever exploited off Summer Wells. Lady, do you know how silly you sound talking about you're going to take me to court? I would love to have case law, Your Honor. So over there, so the woman who's bringing me to court, Your Honor, is, can I subpoena Ted Bundy? Can we get Ted Bundy to the stand? Because she claims that Ted Bundy has told her where the missing child is. Now I'm here with the parents. Like, this is a comedy session. Could you imagine the judge in this? People, you can't make this shit up. You cannot make this shit, but it goes way deeper than what you think. We have massive receipts tonight. Massive. White boy brings the fucking receipts. The fucking receipts. And that's what we're going to get into tonight, people. But before we go to that nutcase, there has been some exposing of T Rev 757 as of late, as I've been learning around the YouTube streets. This is interesting because I've been taking a look at T Rev for the last couple of weeks myself. Now, Dolly Vision did a 5-hour live about T Rev last night, I believe, or maybe the day before. And at first I thought it was Granny's watching and Dolly doing the live. And it took me a while to figure out that Dolly was playing Granny's. So I guess Granny's watching herself did an expose on T Rev. And it was good. So Dolly took that live and he did his own commentary on it. Right now, they both did good lives. I'm not a Dolly fan. I'm not gonna, sit here and bash him tonight, or anything like that. He did a pretty good live. I only watched Dolly's live because I wanted to see if he picked up on where I want to go with this. So everybody knows that T Rev is clearly on drugs. I mean, if you don't know, it's a sad situation. And I don't like to come on here and really talk shit about people on drugs because I've been through that myself. It is important to bring it up though, because it takes an addict to see an addict. So that is important, right? That's not what I want to talk about. What I want to talk about tonight, and what we're going to start with tonight, is just like a video I did last week on I did a video on Doug No Thanks Investigates, a canceled tragedy pimp who found and crawled into another corner of the internet. Okay, and I was exposing what he's doing on TikTok. Maybe you have seen it, maybe you have not. But we find this is a trend when people get ran off the internet, when people embarrass themselves, when they scam. This is what we do over here. We let this shine light on all this. And tonight is a scammer's expose, and you will see. But T Rev, he's clearly on drugs, but he has crawled into a corner of the internet. Now, look, I like true crime and stuff, but I'm all over the internet. I'm all over the political scene, and I'm all over the internet on different sectors and different genres. I pay attention to a lot of shit. On this channel, do I talk about it all? Not as much as I should. And here in the future, I would like to expose a bunch of other clowns in these sectors that I pay attention to. And that's what I do plan to do in the future. But because I'm all over the internet, I found his footsteps. And that not only did I find where T Rev is going, but how about the internet is forever? So for T Rev, the space that he crawled to, and he's trying to pick up a little traction there. Oh, they know of his shenanigans. They know about his fraudness, and he's already been called out on it. So that's where I want to start off with this. But I want to show you how I got there. You guys know how I am very extensive of showing you how I got there and all this. So I have all the receipts planned out for you guys. It's going to be very easy. But I really want to emphasize on the nut case with Ted Bundy. So we're going to start off with T Rev and then nut case. This is a special animal abuse awareness episode. So people, if I tell you that we're going to be talking about somebody who had 80 rescued animals in their house and was arrested, we have receipts. If I tell you that a journalist who looks into fraudulent psychics did their own little expose article on this psychic, exposing how basically she reads news clips and goes, well, I'm seeing a blue coat, a green hoodie, when the news clip already said that the suspect or whatever had this on. Oh, people, it's going down. It's going down. But it gets even deeper than that. But before we get into the expose, and lady, look, I know you're gonna watch this because you get big mad. Bring that shit on. But I already know that you're lying. This is the problem, lady. You lie too much and you tell on yourself too much. So I know you'll watch every second of this live, and I'm sure you will. This is the thing, lady. It's called free speech. I'm allowed to review creators if I want to. In your world, everybody's bullying and everybody's picking on somebody. God forbid somebody talks about you, right? You're on a public platform. You're allowed to bash the parents. You're allowed to call Chris and Katie a piece of shit. You're allowed to, put Seth on a pedestal. You're allowed to call Don and Candace these horrible people. But God, you want to sue somebody if somebody wants to look at your shenanigans, that is comical at best. It is comical. Who's got two thumbs and not afraid of your fake lawsuit? This guy. Who's in the house tonight? Who's in the house? Before we get to the shenanigans, we have Hong in here. Hong, you can suck this dick. How about that? You can suck it. You want to hit the link? Look at you. Let me take that back. You probably want to. You weirdo. Get out of my live. He's over on Twitter, joining live. What a weirdo. You know why he's listening to me? This dude is making memes about burnt toast. Dude, you're mad about a piece of toast. So I should show you the Twitter. Since you're here listening, let's talk about you, Hong. I mean, people, Hong, since you're here, let's have a look-see, shall we? Hong, let's just have a look-see. Hong, can we have a look-see? Since you've joined the live and all. Hong, can you explain this for the people, Hong? Oh, Hong, Kim Jong-un, don't go too far. Hold on, Hong. I don't want to keep you waiting too much. I know you have lots of important things to do, like make cartoons and stuff. But Hong, what is this about? Let me speed post it. Get your lame ass out of here. You're another one with the fake lawsuits. I still have that. You're so stupid. I'm going to sue you. It's the dumbest thing you could tell somebody. How's your lawsuit going with Granny, by the way? Anyway, all I wanted to tell you was, I just have one question why you have joined the chat via Twitter. My question is, does Smiley help you with those eyebrows? Does Smiley help you with the eyebrows? Dude, it looks like you draw them on. Like, what is this? And also, can you wipe your own butt with the short arms? I would like to know if you could wipe your own butt, or do you drop it like it's hot juvenile style like put the paper here and like twerk on it because you can't reach back there. Is it A or B? Is it A or B, Hong? Is it A or B, Hong? What is this about? Like, you're not even allowed in the chat until this is like, you have to do something. This is how you look. Like, you're coming in the chat talking shit, and this is literally how you look. Like at this point, you're not allowed to troll. At this point, like, you're on suspension from all trolling, and you're actually not even allowed to clown on anybody until you can fix what's on the screen. This is just like ridiculous. Like, I don't even know what to say about this. But I do think that, I don't know if you or Smiley takes number one clown for eyebrows. I mean, you keep it real. You draw your eyebrows on. But I mean, I guess I could give it, I guess you'd kind of do your eyebrows a little bit better than Smiley, but it's probably because, but I did see though, they're like this big. Not your pecker, but so, but I can imagine that the reason why they're small is because of T-Rex arms. You can't really get, you know, the full like scope on it. So I understand, home. But Kick Rocks, nobody likes you here. I know that you watch my lives. Let me show you how dumb you are. You post on Twitter as you're watching me. Tell me you're watching me without telling me you're watching me. Like, how much do you watch me? And I know through the moles and everything, like, you guys are like ridiculous. It's not my fault that you're a loser. Like, I can't help you in life. I can't help you. You know, I do think it's very sus, the drag queens on your profile. But if that's, you know, your lifestyle choice, Hong, is if that's the way that you choose to live your life, that's fine. Now, I can understand that. I understand the drags on your profile because there's nothing but Nick on there. So it's cool, but like, if I'm just confused, like, who's pitching and who's catching, and where does the drag queen come in to play? Or is it a threesome type of thing? Or does the drag queen put your eyebrows on? Or wipe your butt? Which one is it? What's up, Blam? Katie's in the house. He does have a man crush on me. I'm married, bro. And I don't like Chinese dudes. They have small cocks. Educational purposes, hypothetically, and I'm just saying, that's what I heard. Matter of fact, if we can scroll back to our first Twitter engagement via Google, this is facts by Google. I just did a simple Google search. We can't argue science. We can't argue the science. You can't be a science denier. I said, what nationality has the smallest pecker? She said, Hong. Now, I mean, if you want to debate Google, I'm sure that's something that Not Bright would do. What you guys would probably like write like a big old long chat GPT, ridiculous, nonsensical 15 paragraph thing on your website about how actually it's not the smallest. But get out of here. Get out of here. Never come back until you find a life or fix that picture, because I just can't get jiggy with that shit, Hong. You're not invited. Nobody likes you. And you have no life. And how about this? This will make them leave. SF investigates. SF investigates. SF investigates. You don't like them words. But hey, what's up?
Is he gonna show up like Bloody Mary if you say his name 3 times? Or like Candy and stuff? Is he just gonna pop up?
Blame Katie, Noelle, and Matt are cool.
I love the Katie.
We support Blame Katie. She's a cool creator. She's a funny creator. I think she's gonna do real good in this.
Fucking awesome.
She's gonna do good. She's funny. She's funny. Blame Katie says, Noelle, I hear you. She says, I hear you. Probably has one of those extended reach butt wipers. I can go for that. So there's some dainty eyebrows. Yeah, I guess that screen share doesn't do too good. But if you go to my Twitter and look at it, his eyebrows are painted. They're like they're way too. What's the word? Metrosexual. That's all I'm going to say about that. If that's how he gets down, that's how he gets down. Hey, look, it's his life choice. You know, he's got rights too. Gifted 1 membership. I appreciate you, Kels. Thank you. I saw you in the comments too. You haven't been catching the lives. I'm glad to have you all. So, a lot of people watching. How many people? I always get lied to on StreamYards. Let me just go check the old YouTube. I didn't expect the Hong to rudely interrupt us with his generic shenanigans. But all right, people, this is out of control right now. We got 850 in the house. I need everybody to smash a like. This pisses me off, man. I swear, man, I have so many hate watchers that just tune in. You guys like tune in week to week. Like, just smash the friggin' like. Like, it's ridiculous the amount of hate watchers that I get. Like, you guys are crabs too. Like, you're already here. Just hit the like. I get so many hate watchers. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's so crazy. But anyway, let's get to what I want to show you guys tonight. So T Rev. It's clearly he's on drugs. It's a sad situation. I hope the dude finds help. It's not that I have sympathy for it. I just don't want to clown on anybody going through active addiction. But the dude is clearly on drugs. I did forget one receipt. Let me just get this real fast to go with the story. Now, to show you the amount of drugs he's on, because you're going to hear this tonight out of his own word, out of his own mouth. I need to show you one thing, or did I show this? Here it is, right here. This is ridiculous. So, people, look. Back in my heyday, I did steroids, right? I've been working out my whole life. But when I was on steroids, working out frantically, I got up to like 230 pounds. Right now, I walk around like 215, but I'm kind of cut. And I still work out, not crazy heavy. But T Rev claims he was 230 pounds, right? Which is not even possible. Like, that's not even possible, people. Like, but
looks like a child in a bathtub.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
230 pounds. Shut up, T Rev.
Not the clown dolly or anything. I had to watch it live on T Rev, but there was like some talk about possibly. I guess these two are talking like, you know, beef against each other. They're going to fight each other, this and that. I would love to see that fight. I mean, one's scared, the other one's scared to death. Would never happen, but I would love to see that. I mean, how comical would that be? But none of that's ever going to happen. Don't hold your breath. But how did I find T Rev in this community? And how did I find this guy? Well, let me show you. You guys know I take you through my internet journeys together with the receipts. So let's go down a journey with T Rev. T Rev won't take that long, but it's a must that I show you how I found him and just how the situation gets a little bit crazy. Then we're going to talk about this creator and how ridiculous this is. But how did I find him? Well, tonight I'm going to show you somebody you probably don't know. Now, this person is somebody I actually listen to. If you don't know who this guy is, his name is Playboy the Beast. He is a rapper. He got arrested with the January 6th crowd on the Capitol. Now, here you see a month ago, I leave a laughing emoji on one of his posts. This is a month ago, right? Because he was battle rapping this guy named Hard Target.
I love Hard Target.
Hard Target recently has been beefing with Ryan Upchurch. There's been a lot of beef in the country rap scene. Okay, a lot of people have been taking shots at Ryan Upchurch. It's a whole thing. If you know, you know, right? But Playboy has also took Playboy is on the Ryan Upchurch side, right? Now I like Playboy. He's now, just so you know a little background about this guy. He got arrested on the January 6th stuff. He's gone uber viral many times, but he's been heavily censored, right? He's had like accounts with millions of views gone, 100,000 subscribers gone on each platform. They heavily censor this guy because of the J6 stuff. Just give you some backstory of what's going on here and showing you how where I was a month ago. Now, that was me a month ago, right? Now I just showed you guys this is somebody that I kind of pay attention to and stuff like that. So as I'm paying attention to what's going on with this beef and stuff like this, what do I see? What's it gonna do this for? Why does it do this crap? I hate this crap. Oh, that's why. Hold on. Okay, so now I'm paying attention to what's going on and stuff, right? So I see this. So this is a post from Playboy when Trump gave the J6ers the pardon, right? He says, well, it's official. I just got pardoned by President of the United States of America himself, along with 1,500 fellow patriots, J6ers. God is good. A big thing. This is what Playboy looks like. He's a rapper. So I, go to leave a comment, and what do I see? Well, what I see is I see something that catches my eye, and I see shenanigans. Immediately, I get a little bit angry because this is somebody that I like and respect. But here's the deal: I don't like him as much as my subscribers. So this live's gonna hurt me a little bit, but it is what it is. The truth must be out, and we have to keep it real. Let me find. There's a lot of comments here, but just stick with me. Let me cook. I know, but I just wanted to show everybody. It's almost here.
I'm like super excited. That was like my first successful.
Hold on, where is it at? As you can see, there's a lot of comments. Just give me a second. I'm trying to find it. And this is important that I tell you the backstory because I'm going to show you guys something next. And it's going to give you guys the whole backstory of how T Rev has gotten exposed and this and that. If I can find the freaking comment. Oh, I know it's coming up now. Hold on. It should just be another minute or so. I remember doing this earlier. There's a lot of love in the comments. Congrats on the pardon, this and that, blah, blah, blah. But as I'm reading them myself, what's this right here on the screen? Whoa, T Rev 757 1 month ago. This makes me proud, homie. There will be no true justice. That's a fact. So wait a minute, homie. T Rev 757. Wait a minute. Does he know Playboy? Now, next, what I find out is they do know each other, and they are homies. Wait a minute now. Does Playboy know about the shenanigans? Does he know that this guy had his friend do a fake phone call in to act like Stephen Stern's friend? Stephen Stern's who?
Is that him?
T Rev.
No, was that the guy who was in Playboy? Wasn't it? They said.
No. Does he know about all this? I mean, this guy, Stephen Stearns, was raping this Maddie since she was 8. There's photos on the phone. It's disgusting. Treacherous things he did to that girl. And you're going to have somebody act like that guy's friend for views? Then the guy never apologized. He sunk his whole channel. And then he's coming up high as hell. And then he wants to beef. He never apologized. T Rev is a joke. The shit with Seth, who knows if that's even true with the gun, the robbage of the girlfriend, all this weird ass shit, right? The dude tanked this channel. Y'all know what I'm talking about. However, where's he been at? If we take a look at T Rev's channel, which I should pull up, but I'm not gonna. I'll tell you. It's there, though. You can take it to the bank. He's got this weird catalog of videos lately. Like his videos aren't getting that many views per his subscribers. But he's got all this, like, he's taking a shot at hard target. He's like doing the beef. So, wait a minute. I'm putting 2 and 2 together here. And that's when I found it. Oh, that's when I found it. What did my boy find? Oh, let me show you.
This is fun.
Oh, let me show you. Let me show you this here. So I found, now we haven't seen T Rev live in a while, have we? We haven't seen him live. Well, we found him live, people. And where did we find him? On Playboy the Beast channel. Yes, we did. We found him on Playboy the Beast channel. Playboy has 29,000. Who's that little guy on the screen? So before I get to this expose to show you how T Rev crawled into this corner of the internet, just like Doug on No Thanks that I did a video on last week, it's comical because T Rev's going to tell you that, you know, he was blowing up on YouTube. He'd go live and thousands of people are in the lives. But what had happened was it was the baby mama who made up these lies. He still has no accountability for anything that he did, the creep ass moves. And oh, people, he gets clowned immediately getting, they ask him if he's taken Ozempic. Shit, hold on. I got to play one thing before this. Hold on one second. Before we do this, I jumped the gun. I have to show you this. This is out of control. Back to my point. When I did steroids, it's been a long time. Why didn't that go through?
Are you going to show them when you were younger? Back in your heyday?
Is there? Do we have a picture of me on? Do we have that one picture of me jacked?
Every picture I have of you, you're fucking jacked.
Can you send me one when I'm write it out? Back in the day, please. Yeah. I showed them to you. Do you have them? So I'll show you what 230 looks like. But real fast, before we do that, the title of this video, T Rev says, from 229 pounds to 161, my weight loss journey. Okay, people, this guy never weighed 229 pounds. There's no way. Okay. And this is not weight loss. Let's keep it real. This is dope. This is the crack stem diet. But let's hear this. Okay, he's just doing rap songs and doing nothing and making hand gestures and all the look at the moves. That's called skinny fat. Look at the moves. Little boobies. Boobies. But he's trying to say that he went from 229 to 161. Shenanigans. Maybe your tits did, but I'm not buying it because I was 230 and it's hard to get to. I'm talking about gym life, relentless gym life, shots in my butt, all that, man, all that. I was a bouncer at the time. 230 is massive heavyweight status. That's the biggest I got. I got like 235, but I was like, that's the biggest I ever got, right? But before we go to this live, let me catch up in the comments real fast because this is going to crack you guys up. This guy's backpedal and how he gets exposed in this corner of the internet. It makes me happy. He deleted his live. Lori, not this one. Yeah, I know the one you're talking about. What's up, Steven? What's up? Not this one, but what's up, Smiley Miley? You too, bro. Good to see you. What's up, Kill Up? Innocent, it's good to see you. Hey, if you're late, that's cool. What's up, Miss Kim Ortiz? Marley Beans in the house. What's going on? Debbie Fox, Kim. They get caught up with all y'all. Okay, let me expose the lies of this guy. So I caught him on this internet. I always catch these people in the internet. It's good, right? So this is what, now I'm just explaining to you why I watch Dolly's live and this and that and all this type of stuff, right? Before we get to this, the laughs and the comedy session is almost about to start. We have to get through T Rev first. And then I promise you, I am not lying to you. We're about to witness somebody who says that they talked to Ted Bundy. Yes, that's correct. The dead serial killer. People, you can't make this shit up. But before we go there, let's finish off T Rev just to bring the internet to speed of what I found, how I got there, and the best part of this is how he's getting exposed in this of the internet, as he should. I have my notes. Let's take them. So that's Playboy on the top left. Playboy, I'm gonna have to tag you in this, and I hate to say this, a little disappointed at what I'm hearing. Had a lot of respect for you. I like your music, but this is shenanigans, what you have on the screen right here, bro. And I just can't support it, bro. I can't get jiggy with this shit. I just can't get jiggy with this shit, Playboy. Okay, so we're gonna go to 3 minutes and 2 seconds. So immediately when T Rev joins, they say, "Are you taking Ozempic?" Which he doesn't know what it is. And then he starts to go into the baby mama drama stuff, right? Just 2 minutes here, and I'll go to the comments why this is playing. So pay attention to when he joins the live. 3 minutes and 2 seconds. Let's do this. Let's turn this up and let's play this.
Boy, been working around the clock, son.
Yeah.
Telling you, boy, losing weight over this bit. Yeah, we get.
Hey, I was about to say, hey, Trev, how much weight have you lost, bro?
He is tiny.
A lot, bro. I'm 160 right now.
Yeah, how much were you at one time?
I was 227. Fat,
you were never
flubby, goofy looking motherfucker.
You were never that.
Hey,
big ass hamster looking, gerbil looking motherfucker. What?
Hey, Billy asked if you took Ozempic.
Lol.
That shot that all the big girls are taking to lose weight?
No, sir. No. All natural. It's got to be lost, but you got to lose it all natural or it don't count.
Facts, bro. Yeah.
Nope.
You been getting the workouts in that all that shit too?
The Bowflex machine, bro. That shit it's transforming me little by little.
The Bowflex machine, the crack stem is what's happening, bro. This dude, yeah. I don't know what T Rev is doing. I've seen his eyes and stuff. I've seen some clips, whatever. It's hard to tell. He's losing weight, so I want to say meth. Do I have any Tennesseans in the house? Any Tennesseans in the house? Or any addicts? Or any addicts that can call this out, that'll work too. I don't know what's rampant in Tennessee. Actually, I heard meth is pretty bad there. I hope to God he's not using fentanyl. I really do. But if I had to guess, this is cocaine, meth, because he has lost a lot of weight. But here's the thing, though. It also could be opiates and pills, because some people, they get a monkey on their back with pills and stuff. Opiates. Myself, opiates was my monkey. I could get high as Mars and I could smash food, right? It never like affected me like that. But some people, I know through addiction, some people, when they get high, they don't eat, right? It is what it is. Now, meth has that type, you're not going to eat a fuck thing on meth or Coke. I don't think it's Coke, though. I'm going to lean towards meth, man. Meth or Molly is what I would lean towards. I don't know. This is my guess. But what do you guys think? Yeah, he's looking bad, guys. He's skin and bones. Listen, guys, there's no way that guy, his body structure, unless he was on roids for years, he's not getting to 230. It's very hard. He's a short, itty bitty dude. He's got moves. He's just an itty bitty dude. Like it's just not happening, man. I've been in the gym a lot of my life. It's just not happening. He's never been 230. I would put the deed of my house up against one receipt of him on a scale showing he's over 225 pounds. I would sign it over to him. Never going to happen. Never going to happen. Meth, that's what I think as well. I'm done. I've been clean. Yeah. Oh, he was falling asleep, so it could be pills. Right. Listen, there's no telling it what I was pills, but spent much time. Yeah, that's what it's hard too, you know. What's up, Running Bear? Yeah, it's hard to tell because, like I said, some people can't eat on pills. We don't know. It's safe to say we know he's on something bad, right? I'm 225, not muscular, and Tess couldn't. Exactly. So you know what's going on. His body size, though, Steven, he's not getting a 230. I mean, it's possible he could, but he'd have to be in the gym relentlessly for years. I mean, he's just this is the type of internet, like the ego this guy has, and this is what has crashed his channel. But let this play for a little bit. I want to let you hear a little bit about the baby mama. The next clip is epic.
A little.
Hell yeah.
My girl got it for my birthday, and ever since I just been whoosh, whoosh, and then I go into work, whatever, you know what I mean?
Dog, you need to get on some TRT, bro. You get fucking jacked, son. That testosterone replacement therapy.
Send that joint. What is that?
I'll send you some links, bro.
Well, I'll be huge by next year.
Oh
hey,
yeah, for real.
You had to stick a needle in your ass.
Hey, it's all right.
All right.
I lost a lot of weight, bro, because I'm on the grind. Like I got a mission, and that's to make sure that my kids are not thrown into the streets head first like I was. And personally, like we got to break the chain somewhere. And
okay, that sounds good. And I respect any man for taking care of his family. I work too, and I work hard. Always have worked. Shit, I used to work and hustle, but I've had multiple jobs as well. But you don't like work so hard that you're burning like 12,000 calories a day, or like 15 times more than you're taking in eating to where you're massive weight loss. Like, I'm not buying that. And also the clip in the live that I saw on Dolly's and Granny's, the dude's driving Uber Eats. How many calories are you burning doing that? Stop it right now with the lies, dude. Can we get a lie calculator? He's on like lie number 7 already. Let's continue.
With me, it starts with making sure that my kids are okay. And that's the shit. That's all I'm focused on, man. I'm trying to get my daughter right now because there's a fucked up situation going on. But I'm glad I got my son at least this second.
Good start, bro. Hell yeah. Congrats on that, dog.
Appreciate you, bro, man. It's been crazy because she alienated the hell out of it. And she admitted to that shit. To do that to somebody who wants to be a father and then go out to the public and say, this man's a deadbeat when I'm over here begging like to be a dad and I'm getting told and extorted for money and shit. You know what I mean? People don't know that I got receipts and shit.
Twitter.
I'm eating her ass up in court.
That's the exact same situation that happened between me and my daughter. And I wasn't like same kind of situation. And Billy.
So notice the baby mama smears. Why is that important? Well, it'll come in handy in a minute. I found a picture of me when I was 230. Noelle's gonna send it. It's kind of a bad picture, but you could tell by my shoulders the weight. Okay, so remember the baby mama. I have 2 more clips to show you guys. Then we're going to go to the mental case and the complete exposure in the comedy session. So this is the point. This is the part which made me very happy, and I'll explain exactly what's going on here so everybody's up to speed. This would be at 3 hours and 10 minutes. I will drop this link in the chat for your viewing pleasure, as I always do, receipt-wise. We're going to 3 hours and 10 minutes. 10 minutes into this. Listen to what's happening here. It makes me very happy. Very happy.
Now, like I'm on a different level. I feel like I'm on a different level now.
Oh yeah, we've all leveled up, bro.
He gets exposed.
Oh, for sure, bro.
Watch
for
this.
Sure. And there was something I wanted to bring up that was important. What the fuck was it? Damn. It was on the tip of my brain too. You ever have a brain fart like that, babe? Damn. It's probably all these damn shifts I've been working. But nah, for real though. Oh yeah, Captain Kurt. Like, stop believing people about shit you hear about me, bro. Like, you got like this, and I say this respectfully. Say all these motherfuckers out here that got something to say about me, bro. If you are believing these goofies, come at least ask me like a fucking man. instead of just assuming that some shit is a certain way. Because I can't stand that. I can't hear. You hear people go, "Well, yeah, T Rev's did some questions."
Pay attention, guys. Pay attention.
Ask me about the story and get the real story instead of talking to these little fucking ass gator motherfuckers that don't know shit. They don't know their asshole from their left toe.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, people speaking my story. Like, come to me and get the real. That's just goofy.
When we was on Hickorbilly the other night, man, I seen some people, talking crazy in the chat and shit too, bro. Like, I think that'd be a good idea for you to go on there when you get a chance. But he said he's down to have you on too, bro. So
okay, very important for me to stop it here. Playboy Beast, I'm very disappointed, and I will be tagging you. Very disappointed in you. However, what does this show us? And what you guys might not know the full concept here. Let me break this down. As you know, in the past, I've made some parodies on Ryan Upchurch. One notable one, I said that I'm suing him for $9 million once. The video took off. It got like 30,000 views. It was a parody. I farted and blamed it on the birds in the beginning of the video, and people believed I was suing. The comments are crazy. People believed I was suing him. My subscribers knew I was clowning, keeping a straight face, whatever. But the point I tell you that is there's a channel that started kind of like paying attention to me, and his name is Captain Kurt Reacts. Who is he? This guy is a pro Ryan Upchurch guy. He like reacts to all Upchurch songs, that whole Creek Squad stuff, right? So what they're saying is T Rev's complaining that Captain Kurt so just so you know, Captain Kurt also has reviewed Playboy's beef with this guy Hard Target and stuff, these rap beefs. It's what Captain Kurt does. Captain Kurt, I'm going to tag you as well in this, just so you know, if you see the tag, there's no beef or nothing like that. I'm explaining this. So Captain Kurt is reacting on Playboy and stuff. Now T Rev, he's crawling into the sector of the internet, and Captain Kurt's up on game. He's like, whoa. This guy's shenanigans. T Rev is trying to say everybody's wrong about him. No, dude. Captain Kurt is up on game. He knows about the Maddie Soto stuff. He knows what's going on. He's keeping it real. He doesn't want you up on his panel. Now, he's exposing them, which is terrific for everybody in our community, because here's this scumbag crawling to this space of the internet getting exposed. Captain Kurt, we need you to keep on the pressure. But what does this tell us? Playboy then says, oh, I was on Hillbillies. Let me rewind that so we know where he's going, guys, so we can flood the comments. He goes, oh, Hillbilly wants to have you on to clear the air. Now, we must hit those comments. We must inform this community on this channel of who T Rev is. People, what he did to Maddie Soto was disgusting. It was wrong. He didn't apologize for it. It was dead wrong, people. That's just not okay. Him being addicted to drugs, look, it's his own personal problem. I'm not going to beat him up for that. I think I want him to find help, but I'm not mad at him for that, because there's plenty of people addicted to drugs and they need to find help, and only they can do it. But for him to lie to his subscribers and tell them no, when clearly he's nodding off, you see his eyes, all this shit. He's lost 50 fucking pounds. I mean, all he has is moves and toothpick arms now. But your channel has tanked because you did that. Now, we're not going to allow you to go to this sector of the internet and try to revamp something. No, they need to know you are scumbag. And that's where we come in as a community. So people, share this. If people that you know, I don't care what creator it is, even if you think I dislike them, send them this video at timestamps. Let them know where he's at. Let them know where he's at in the community. Even if it's a creator you think I don't like, I don't care. They can use my content or whatever they got to do, or the information in the content. As long as the awareness is that people know where he's going, I'm cool with it, right? But let's find out again where he's going to be going on next live. Somebody asked when this was done. This was 2 weeks ago. So let's roll this back just 1 second here.
We're growing every day, and it's always been that way.
Yeah.
And
When I
that's
first
why
started,
we're still here, bro. Like through all the bans and all the censorship, a lot of people couldn't survive that, bro. You know what I'm saying? But we had built such a loyal fan base from
Hold
the
on,
ground
I went
up,
too
dog.
far back.
Like we've weathered the storm, dog. And
Captain Kurt, like, stop believing people about shit you hear about me, bro. Like, you got like this, and I say this respectfully. Say all these motherfuckers out here that got
Innocent,
something to say
17
about me,
months.
bro.
Hell yeah.
If you are believing
you,
these
mama.
goofies, come at least ask me like a fucking man.
What's up, silly
Instead of
wabbit?
just assuming that some shit is a certain way, because I can't stand that. I can't hear. You hear people go, "Well, yeah, T Rev's did some questionable shit." Why don't you ask me about the story and get the real story instead of talking to these little fucking ass gator motherfuckers that don't know shit? They don't know their asshole from their left toe.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, people speaking my story. Like, come to me and get the real. That's just goofy,
bro.
man.
When we was on Hickorbilly the other night, man, I seen some people.
Hickorbilly. Now, Captain Kurt, I'm gonna tag you in this. I know me and you. I have no problem with you, bro. I know that you got a little upset with me for going a little harsh on Upchurch. Just so you know, Captain Kurt, if you watch this, and I know that you do your research, just so you know, I support Ryan Upchurch, man. Me and my wife went to his concert here in Fort Myers. I support him. Do I joke and clown? Do I troll a little bit? Sure. But do I like Ryan Upchurch in a whole? I've always loved his music, right? When it comes to true crime, look, he does say some crazy shit. I like the way he thinks, man. I'm not gonna lie to you, I always have. But you know, some things like with Kylie Roddy and stuff. Come on, man. I don't. Yeah, Gabby Petito as well. I don't like that, and I can't stand behind that because I do help these families. So you have to understand where I come from, bro. That's it. But I have no bad blood with you, and I respect you for calling this dude out. So please understand that. And I am going to tag you in this when this live is over. But please, Captain Kurt, we in the true crime community, if you look at my comments in the live, if you look at the comments in this replay, we really will. I will promote your channel as much as I can because this is now kind of your fight. You don't have to fight this fight, but I want you to understand because I don't know how much you know about this. There's a man in jail. He's arrested and he's in Orlando jail. He's actually facing the death penalty because here in Florida, our governor, Ron DeSantis, has made it legal for chomos to get the death sentence. Not only did he kill this 12-year-old girl at the time, but the police found on his Google Drive years upon years, terabytes upon terabytes of child porn. And it has came out that he killed her at 12. There is a conspiracy and there is a strong belief that the reason that he killed this girl was because he may or may not have gotten her pregnant. Keep in mind, he was dating the mom on and off. It's a very complicated story. If you Google Maddie Soto, if you just Google Maddie Soto and watch any video out there, you'll get the full concept. But the point is, he took this girl's life at 12, but he never gave this girl a chance to live. She was raped since she was 8 years old. She's on record for telling one of her friends when she turns 13, she plans to go move in the woods. She wanted to get away from this predator. This guy on the screen, and you may know all this, Kurt. I don't know.
You want to now picture?
But this guy on the screen had one of his buddies call in as the Chomo's friend for clicks and views. It was fully exposed. He never apologized for it. And he made money off that situation. So please keep this fight in your hands. It's in your community now. We urge you to. Chat. Captain Kurt Reacts is the name of the channel. Maybe go over his comments. Maybe say, hey, white boy gave you a shout out. Please watch this video. This guy needs to be ran off the internet for what he did. But there's one more clip I want to show you about T Rev. And this is interesting. T Rev says on this live, keep in mind, people, this is a new community to him. He can tell all types of lies over here because he thinks nobody found him. Old white boy did. Now, at 3 hours and 52 minutes into this, we're going to hear T Rev talk about two things. How his YouTube was popping and he was doing so good, and how it went all wrong for T Rev. Do you think it was anything I just explained to Captain Kurt out loud? Oh, absolutely not. It's the baby mama that did it. And guess what else? Ryan Upchurch actually gives him shout outs all the time. Stop it right now, T Rev. You might as well. I don't know if that's a bigger lie than you weigh 230 pounds. Just stop it right now.
My numbers and shit. And it's not, he ain't really doing a whole lot music wise anyways.
It happens, bro. It does. Like my shit was popping on the podcast and shit, like really popping. Like every day I go on 2,000-3,000. I wasn't even trying to do that. It just happened naturally. So I was like, I stopped doing it for a while because people started once that bullshit happened, people started like putting out false stories on my whole entire fucking life. Like they knew me and shit. Right. Like, bro, I don't know none of these motherfuckers, dog. Who are these people? So I just, I said, Billy, I got the fuck off the internet before I, lost my shit.
Yeah.
Period.
I don't blame you, bro. And that's the fucked up thing.
So T Rev says that his channel was popping. He's going live, 3,000 people in there. But what had happened was the ex baby mama came on, told lies about him being a deadbeat. And then all these videos were getting made about T Rev, about him being a bad dad, this and that. No, dude. Well, that actually did happen. Somebody did get his baby mama on. But it was because of what you did in that case, plus all the shenanigans that you did with Seth and the Sebastian Rogers thing. That was all weird too. It was what you did, how you acted. You lied. And as a YouTuber, if you're untruthful, you're a fraud. The last thing that, man, I don't give a shit what video anybody makes of me on the internet. I could care less. Call me anything but a liar. And if you want to call me a liar, that's fine. But bring receipts. You won't find it. Because once that happens, you're a dead YouTuber. That's why I always bring you guys receipts. I'm very transparent with you. Because once you lose that, you're fucked. Because you have to build this. You build an own community on here by being truthful. People have to know that you're real, honest. And once you destroy that, what he never realized is he like acted out on his own subs. He never apologized, but he did just like we have exposed on so many tragedy pimps. He ran. I'm surprised he's trying to stay on YouTube. That's so stupid. So stupid. Because if I didn't find him, somebody else would have. But most of them go to Kick, Twitch, TikTok, and they try to go over there as if people don't have multiple apps. You're always going to get found, and the internet is forever. And depending on what you did, who you scammed, the type of fraud scam that you did, it's always going to follow you. But it wasn't your baby mom. It was you. It was you. So that's all I have for T Rev. I will drop this in the chat again. There's a lot more on this live. He's not on the full live, but as you can see in the title, he's tagged. And I try to bring you guys how I found this. I try to explain to you how I follow that creator Playboy. I'm very disappointed in Playboy. And what I'm not telling you, but what's in this live, if you care to listen, and if you care to listen to it yourself, which I'm sure a few of you will, is they have known each other a long time. And it looks, I feel like T Rev kind of like tried to help Playboy and the other rapper on there. And, but he's definitely moved to the country rap scene, Ryan Upchurch genre. I don't want to call it the Ryan Upchurch genre because there's plenty of good rappers that do that type of country music and country rap stuff. But you guys know what I mean. Like Ryan Upchurch, if we're being real, he's the king of that. He's kind of moved over there, right? And he's trying to like, do that, which is silly. Like you can't make avid true crime fans, people who pay attention to these cases with all their attention and with their bleeding hearts. You can't make them rap fans. Like some of them might enjoy the music. Some of them might be totally turned off. That's like a drastic change on your channel. Like to each his own, but do we found you and it's going down. I know the panel that exposed you. I can tag them. I'm going to make sure they stay on your neck. And we know the live that you're going to go to next. So people, share this information out. Make sure this dude gets ran out. Make sure they know what he did. Don't do it for me. Do it for Maddie. That's on y'all. That's on guys. I found him. I can produce it to you. You guys, man, like the post I made on my community this week. You don't have to be a creator. A lot of y'all are smart. A lot of y'all are sleuth. A lot of y'all do a lot of fighting on the internet, and you don't get credit for it. I know what a lot of y'all do, and I know a lot of y'all will make this happen. So please, I have no problem tagging the people and all this, but help me make it happen. I was behind on some of these comments. Sorry about this. That's what they say, Running Bear. Look, it's crazy, man. I tried to do the true crime thing. Some can do it, some can't. Hell no, I can't give it to college. It's a tough community to be in. Very tough. It is tough. He is a lion scammer. I wanted to know if the same thing as she was pregnant. What people say. Upchurch is great music, but he's so much drama. This is very true. Thank you, Running Bear. Running Bear, you said something important. I read your comment as you wrote it, but I didn't say it. Can you please do me a favor and retype that doctor? You said, wait till Dr. somebody finds out about this. I forget that man's name. He's a very respectful person. Respected person in the community. He's him and that lady do it. A show together, and they called this a long time ago. They were the ones before the whole Maddie Soto phone calls came out. They were calling shenanigans on this Brian Koberger friend or whatever phony call that was that he was doing. They blew the lid off on T Rev. They don't get enough credit for blowing the lid off, but that doctor dude called this, and Detective John, thank you. You guys give him the information. He deserves a fucking award because he called this shit. He really did. But they should. I know they're not a dramatic channel and stuff like that, but they absolutely should do it. I think people would like to see a follow up on that. He'll have to say about it. But yeah, what's good? What's up, Elevator True Pass? What's happening, man? Law and Crime. What's that channel name? Detective John channel. What's his name? I don't want to not give him credit. Shout out to all the creators in here, man. What's up, Miss Joanne? What's up, Denise? What's Detective John's channel's name? What's up, Carol? Never heard of Upchurch until like a year ago, if that. He's had some really hit. I've listened to him since Rolling Stone and stuff. Vinny, Truth, What I'll Do. Nobody's dropping it. I don't see the channel name in the comments. But it's okay. Maybe they'll come in here in a second. All right. So now what I want to get to is the nutcase who claims she's going to sue me. Okay. It's all lies and nobody's scared about it. Hidden true crime. Thank you very much for that. It's all lies and nobody's scared. But apparently, if you try to sue me after what I'm going to show after tonight, good luck. Again, you can do whatever you want. But just know, I built the channel, right? I didn't do true crime at the beginning. I used to talk about, I had a prison channel, things I saw in prison, experiences I went through in prison. I built a channel off, my mistakes in life, right? Where my addiction took me to and stuff like that. So my point of me telling you this, the psychic sleuth, is I am no stranger and I am not afraid to talk to a judge. I am not afraid to talk to a judge. I like talking to a judge. One time, talking to a judge got me less time than my lawyer brought to the table and the state was giving me. What I did is I pled out. They were like, okay, here's the deal. My lawyer wasn't trying to do nothing. And the next option is plea out to the judge. So what does that mean? It means the deal's off the table. It means it's just between you and the judge. And the judge can give you the max, or he can go under the deal, or he can give you the deal. He can do whatever he wants at that point. It's between you and the judge. You sacrifice your rights. And I'm like, man, I can talk a little bit. Fuck it. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing them for years. So they wanted 36 months this time. I said, judge, blah, 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 blah. The deal was 36 months. My lawyer wasn't doing nothing for me. He was not doing nothing. So I talked to the judge. Judge goes, 32 months. Hey, shit, better than 36. So look, it worked out for me. My point is, I'm not afraid to talk to no judge by any circumstance. Noel, the last time I was in court for that driving on suspended, and I was a little bit perturbed, if you will, at the lawyer, did I talk to the judge? So, Psychic Sleuth, if you decide to move on with your lawsuit, here's a promise. I'm going to bring up that you talked to Ted Bundy with missing children cases. I will subpoena Don and Candace Wells, good friends of mine. I will. I will probably at least get a statement from CP. I could probably work out that. That's a few parents that you've covered and blamed, and I will also bring this elegant and beautiful article written about your channel and your fraudulent claims as a psychic, and how it breaks down how you are a fraud. So that will be all on court records forever. Anybody can Google it for you. So do whatever you want to do, sweetheart. Catch it with your... Yeah. But let's get into this. So the next thing I want to show you guys is the green team, Psychic Sleuth. Now, you probably thought that I was joking when I told you she claims she talks to Ted Bundy. People, you cannot make this shit up. Now, a backstory on this. Somebody brought to my attention, had to be 2 years ago, maybe, that this lady was attacking Don and Candace Wells. And I used to go in on people who were exploiting and attacking Don and Candace Wells. Don and Candace are not perfect people. But the green team, all the members, before Sebastian was missing, they were all talking about Summer. And all the same plays, the same games, the same talking narratives that you see them do on Chris and Katie, they're doing on Don and Candace. There's a million people on the internet telling you how bad, wrong, guilty Don and Candace are, and they all look stupid. They're all silent now because 0 of those claims have came true. They're not arrested. They're free. Okay. They are in, because they're friends of mine, I can tell you this, and I don't like to say this, but I will keep it real. They're easy targets. They are not brought up like everybody. They're brought up different. And it is easy to attack them because financially they don't have a lot of money to fight back some of these things that's happened, right? And really, you don't need money to fight back the harassment if you're a parent with a missing child. But people are always like, why don't you guys get a lawyer? Because the internet has seen them go through the ringer. And as we speak, there are laws right now for parents of missing children. Shout out to Cash Gernon Family Justice, who's working, and they're helping Don and Candace as well on the Capitol in DC. So I would love, I wish a ninja would do what you want, sweetheart, but we're going to review you. we're going to review you. And from this point on this live, your face is going to be red watching this. You're going to be punching the air. Oh, we have receipts, people. Are you guys ready for a comedy session? Are you ready? This is animal abuse awareness. And I'm gonna play a clip. Somebody get the lie counter on the screen. Huh?
Animal hoarding is not okay.
So and just so you guys know, a lot of context with this.
That's how people like me end up rescuing, because of people that are impulse buyers and animal hoarders.
So I did like a live or two on this lady. It was done for me. But apparently she snuck this one in on a white boy. Didn't even know she did it. Somebody sent it to me, and oh, did they send a pot of gold with it? Holy fucking shit. Holy shit, people. Are you guys ready for the receipt party? Now we bring out the golden receipts. T Rev, you're done. That was the teaser. Here we go, people. The psychic sleuth, the one that talks to Ted Bundy, the dead serial killer, tells us where the missing children are. Here, you hear it with your own mouth. You can't make it up. So get ready for a lot of victimhood. But here we go. Hold on. Here we go. Let me find this. Here we go. This is comical as fuck. Oh my God. So the first thing we're going to go to is 3 minutes and 45 seconds to this thing. 3 minutes and 45 seconds. And then we're going to let this thing ride for a little bit. And then I have a shitload of receipts for you. Oh my God. This is going to be like, oh my Jesus. Oh my God. Like, what would the judge say after all this? Oh my God. Oh my God. Just listen to this horse of shit real fast. Okay, here we go.
Talk about it, et cetera, et cetera. Don't give your energy to it. I understand that. But at the same time, I feel like I should have my side of the story told too.
Kim.
Because
I am talking about the psychic sleuth. I will drop the link in the chat for your viewing pleasure. This is another green team. This is a green team member that you may not know about. Anti-Chris and Katie, all that stuff. She's her channel is called The Psychic Sleuth. Okay, let's have a listen.
Things that are being said, rumors that are being said that have been said for the past 2 years. There's someone that is slandering me. And I think people need to know the truth. And I've already made a video about this 2 years ago. You can check in the random rants in the Standing in My Power. That's the video that I did about the whole situation of what he's trying to talk about. So this is White Boy Radio. And there's another lady on there called Heather. And I'm going to explain because she's been.
Whoa, Steven, did you work with her? No way. I worked with her and even helped her with money and stuff, trying to friend her. And because I wouldn't talk to her, text her back, I get blocked. Did you? Oh my God, Steven, please stay tuned. Dude, I need to hear from you, bro. Please, white boy, what's going on? Tell me. What I miss? Okay, you said conversation. I don't know which conversation you're talking about. What do you mean, Truth Seeker? I'm talking about the psychic sleuth, guys, who's on the screen right now. Steven, I really, really would like to have you call in in just a moment. Let me cook for a minute. Oh, Carrie, wait till you see the receipts on this lady tonight, people. All we're going to do, no problem, guys. I just want to do what I always do and let them bury themselves with their own words. I want her to tell you how I'm bashing her and I'm picking on her and she's going to be suing me and all this fraudulent shit. And then as she's telling you, this is literally going to happen. In a moment, she's going to tell you about Ted Bundy, how she talks to Summer Wells. She's going to tell you how she rescues all these animals and how good all the animals are. And then she's going to tell you how one just escaped and she wants to buy an electric fence now. And then you cannot make the sequence of events up that I'm about to show you. But screw this clip and this review right here. It's what I'm going to show you afterwards that's going to blow your mind.
been lying about me for the past 7 years, and I've let it go and I've let it go. I've not said her name. I've not put anything out there, but I think it's time to stand up for myself and tell you what really happened. Because she seems to want to just lie. And
so this lady is on. She's now. You would think a psychic. First off, I bet you didn't see this live coming. Second off, this lady thinks she's got a conspiracy that this lady that she's talking about, some lady that sent her $50 and she was helping with a missing persons case. She thinks me and this lady are co-aspiring. Truth of the matter is, very important context right here for the receipts later. I did get contacted. Let me say this first. I don't like a lot of true crime psychics because I think there are a lot of grifters. Not all of them. I am not an anti-psychic person. I'm not an anti-psychic person. Okay. I do believe people do have gifts. Okay. I do not like the ones who grift in these cases. I will be very clear about that. With that said, I have had psychics contact me thanking me for exposing the few that I have. And do you guys know that there is a psychic, there's a couple psychic communities on Facebook, and these psychics are good. They want to keep the reputation good in their community as a whole. And they tried to pull her to the side and say, hey man, this is not the way you go about this. I don't know all the psychic rules and bylaws and how you have to act. Okay, I don't have a gift, right? I'm telling you what I was contacted about. And these are like respectable psychics. She disregarded these people, this and that. But you'll learn later on tonight why she should never talk about a missing person case again. Never. And I'm going to explain to you how her whole channel is a grift. How she says she sees things and she's reading something off the screen or she's reading a news clip. Oh, I'm going to explain it all. Very, very, very transparent. But I want you to hear how big bad white boy is. How dare I stick up for my friends who she's bashing? How dare I review her because she's saying that Ted Bundy, a deceased serial killer, is whispering sweet nothings into her ear about where my friend's missing daughter is. Not only that, how this dead Ted Bundy is supposed to know things that Summer Wells' parents have done to her. It's all fraudulent. It's all false. Let's have a listen.
And this was somebody that was supposed to be my friend. This was the whole reason that I made the video about, Mercury retrograde and stuff, because she came back again and tried to start problems. So for 7 years, she's been commenting in groups, talking crap about me and saying that I scammed her for money, yada, yada, yada. So the whole story behind that is that she was looking for Cheryl Coker. And I had done readings on Cheryl Coker. I was doing auto rights back then. And
Okay, quiet. I had enough of your mouth already. Let's go to 11 minutes. This is when it gets good. This is when it gets really good, people. Pay attention to these next few minutes. You can't make this shit up. Here we go.
You have 40 dogs outside. So there's really no room to come at me and talk to me when you don't even know me. Okay. You will never understand the whole reason why I ever channeled Ted, why I ever worked with him on cases. I've explained it in multiple.
Did you just hear what this lady said? She said, why would I come at her? She doesn't know me. Lady, you don't know Don and Candace Wells. And then you said, why I came at you, why you channeled Ted. Because I don't know Ted. Lady, Ted has been dead for years. You don't know him either, and you don't talk to him. Let's rewind that, shall we? What the fuck are we listening to? Holy shit, people. Holy shit.
They're bulliers too. So you're an bully and a bullier, and you're a bullier yourself. And this is
That's right. Let me rewind it back a little bit more. Also, all you guys are bullies in the chat, because how dare you have a laugh at somebody who says they talk to dead serial killers? How dare you? All of you guys in the chat, you're a bully enablers. and you are all the woke words. Come on, get real.
Enablers. How dare you?
Let's have a listen.
Find the case number, and I contacted the court records, and they couldn't find the case number. Luckily, I found the case number, and I sent it to the lawyer because he's going to expunge it for me, because I'm sick and tired of people bringing my past up from 7 years ago. Not like I give a fuck what any of you people say. You don't mean anything to me. You're low vibrational. If you want to sit
you wouldn't be doing a live if you didn't care what we said, sweetheart.
here and bully people and pick on people. And a lot of the times the people that join in on those lives, they're bulliers too. So
That's
you're enabling a bullier, and you're a bullier yourself. And this is someone with the past themselves, and this is someone that's aligning with parents that whose kid is lost, whose kids have been taken away, who have 40 dogs outside. So
where are the receipts of Don and Candace having 40 animals ever? Did Ted Bundy tell you that? Because no one's ever said that on YouTube before. It's not even true. You just like made something up. 40 animals. No, actually, you had 80 animals in your house, and I have court records on that, which we'll be getting to shortly. But tell us more. Do tell.
there's really no room to come at me and talk to me when you don't even know me. Okay. You will never understand the whole reason why I ever channeled Ted, why I ever worked with him on cases. I've explained it in multiple videos. If you can't understand that, you don't understand because you're not a spiritual person. And
yeah, I'm sorry. I don't understand how you worked with Ted. I'm sorry. I'm never going to wrap my mind around that. People in the chat, can you drop a 1 in the chat if I'm crazy, or 2 if you think she can talk to Ted Bundy? Can we just read the rumor hill for a minute? Am I crazy, or?
If I was gonna go for a serial killer, I'd go for one who was gonna eat me.
Well, this gets good. Hold on, let's keep going.
You're not gonna get it. You're just not gonna get it, and I'm not gonna sit here and try to explain it to people, because I only do what I need to do to help find people, to help bring their voice to light. And I've struggled a lot of my life doing it because it, where I'm at now, it doesn't pay a lot, but it is what it is. That's not why I do it. I do it for their voices. I do it for their truths. And, I don't have anything to prove to anybody, but for the people that want to join his live, maybe they need to see the truth. Maybe they need to see who they're supporting. Someone that bullies people has problems with themselves.
I sleep just fine at night, reviewing assholes like you who bash parents of missing children, who claim to talk to dead serial killers. Like, let's just pretend like you could talk to the dead serial killer. Like, what did he do on earth that would make you want to talk to him? Like, none of this makes any sense. And you're a fraud, and I'm going to prove it here in a minute. So, I sleep just fine. And I have been in the past. I have been in trouble in the past. I've been super transparent about that. I've posted my body cam. There's hundreds of videos about my past arrest. That's why a lot of you tragedy pimps struggle with me. You guys are the ones who run and hide from your blemishes. You'll sit up here and say that it's all a misunderstanding, right? I put it out there, right? I put it out there first thing on the internet. So it's comical when you guys try to dig up stuff. Like I've beaten you to it years ago.
That's how they get the shit. They watch us.
I built the channel behind it. But I mean, let's continue.
And I'm not going to apologize for being Spirit's voice about what Summer has said. I'm not going to apologize for what the astrology said.
You're not going to apologize for what Summer has said. You never talked to Summer Wells. You never talked to Summer Wells, because right now what you're doing is you're saying that Summer, it's wrong what you're doing right now. You didn't talk to Summer Well in any spirit form, nothing. Stop. You're a fraud.
regardless of if there's another astrologist that doesn't know me or know anything about me, that has barely any followers, that wants to sit there and talk crap about me too. And a lot of times people don't understand or like the way that I reply to people. Well, I don't really care. Like, if you don't attack me, if you don't say stupid shit to me, I'm not going to say stupid stuff back. I'm not going to get defensive. But if you attack...
The psychic with few subscribers that she's claimed to talk about is somebody who is one of my supporters, and that person doesn't put out misinformation, doesn't lie, is not a fraud. It's not about, if that person came on here and lied, they probably get a following. Sometimes being real on here damages you. It really does.
Attack me, attack my gifts. Therefore, I may get defensive and I may tell you how I feel, because I'm an abuse survivor and I don't put up with shit anymore. I don't put up with gaslighting. I don't put up with bullying. I don't put up with abuse. I don't put up with harassment, because guess what? I spoke to a lawyer and they're going to look into this for me, because cyberbullying is a crime. It's a criminal crime. Doesn't matter if you didn't say my name, you got my picture up there, and you're trying to slander me and you're trying to talk crap and spread things that aren't true. And the people that know me know that it's all lies. And unfortunately,
lady, I have reviewed what you said about Don and Candace Wells, and somebody told me that you abused animals, and I showed your arrest on that. What are you going to bring to court? What are you going to bring to court? But you're lying once again, and I'll prove it here in a momentarily.
Fortunately, people were sticking up for me, and I haven't even watched those videos because I can't handle the trauma from it.
Well, then how did you call a lawyer to explain the wrongdoings?
How did she know what fucking thing?
How is there slander then? Lady, do you see every time you open your mouth, do you see how it doesn't make sense? Let's continue.
I have a lot of PTSD from that time of my life, from people that tried to get me in trouble then and continued to call on me even after the situation was over, and animal control telling me someone doesn't like you, they're just trying to get you in trouble.
That's not true, lady.
And again, I'm not going to go that deep into it because I've already made a video about it. I don't need to keep talking about it. I don't need to keep bringing it up.
A lot of circles.
And I think that the true crime community needs to be ashamed of themselves, because all it is drama, crap talking, bullying, bull crap. It's not about the victims. This person, white boy, makes videos about putting other creators down and putting people down and going back in their past, and is the most hypocritical person I've ever seen. And breaking the law with cyberbullying and harassing. And the lawyer has the videos now. The lawyer has everything.
Ooh.
Whether I'm supposed to make this video or not,
I got some videos.
this is my truth, and I've done nothing wrong.
Oh yeah, I'll get to the animal abuse stuff.
The important thing is that we always grow, learn, and evolve as people. And we come into a higher place and a higher vibration. All you guys see my animals come on the lives, do they look abused to you? I have somebody that's trying to say they're going to call the police and call animal control on me for what? I'm not doing anything. I live out in the country and I'm taking care of my animals. All you guys,
you see something, you say something.
So I've been told, not that terribly long ago, she's got up to about 40 animals that I got now.
So she's going to tell you everything you need to know here in a minute, in just a second, people. That's why I keep playing it. But if you see something, you say something. If animals are getting abused, damn right, I'm going to contact who I got to contact. If I don't like what Nick the Hat's doing on the internet, if I think it's weird, if I think something's going on, I'm going to call his probation officer. I don't, what's wrong with it? I don't attack or bash just anybody.
There's nothing wrong with sending somebody to check to make sure the animals are okay. And
absolutely. Kids and animals completely off limits.
It means that you're probably fucking doing something wrong.
But listen closely here, people.
I've seen them. There's videos of them. Right now, unfortunately, I'm having to deal with Casper running off, but I'm working on a left.
Hey, quiet. Listen again.
And evolve as people. And we come into a higher place and a higher vibration. All you guys see my animals come on the lives, do they look abused to you? You have somebody that's trying to say they're going to call the police and call animal control on me for what? I'm not doing anything. I live out in the country and I'm taking care of my animals. All you guys
Listen,
have seen
guys.
them. There's videos of them. Right now, unfortunately, I'm having to deal with Casper running off, but I'm working on an electric fence.
So, lady, you're complaining that I'm going to call the police on you, which I was just actually talking shit on that video. So have your lawyer FOIA that, because it doesn't exist. I was just talking shit. Sure, I make calls all the day. Made one today to Guinness Books of World Records on Griffney J. But I was just talking shit that day. But your paranoia. Do you understand how foolish you sound? You're mad that you think that I'm going to call the police. Then you go to say all my animals are great. Well, what happened was the cat ran off and I lost the cat, and I think I'll buy an electric fence. So I'm not going to judge on people if they have electric fences or not. How about keep the cat inside? How about keep the cat inside? But you just went from complaining about me calling the police to all the animals are great to you just lost one. Do you see how this looks?
So I love my animals. I work hard for my animals. They are the reason, a lot of times when I've got to take them to the vet, I come and work my ass off so that I can do that. So, for someone that was supposed to be my friend that's been bitching about 7 years for giving me a couple of $50 payments for working hundreds of, hours and hours and hours on a case, she didn't even know the lady and is just ticked off because she didn't find her. She wasn't the one to find her. So that's my fault somehow. Even though psychics aren't meant to find people, we're meant to give insights into cases. That's what it's about. And people that bully others really have a problem. They need to look within themselves because they're not happy with themselves. They have to pick on people. We all know about people that are bullies. I'm not going to apologize for something that hundreds of other people have said about the Wells and about what was going on with Summer. Anybody can look at Summer and see she wasn't taken care of. Anybody can look at those kids and see why they were taken away. But you're wanting to come at me for a situation that was 7 years ago that I paid a $500 fine for, able to have animals. And again, I've talked about it.
All lies. So all the people on the internet look like idiots because none of that's Don. They've lost Summer. Did CPS take their other kids? Yes. The thing is, with your animal stuff, you're lying, and I'm about to completely expose you. I just need you to keep talking for a few more minutes before I'm impatiently waiting to show my audience what I have. So let's just get through this, guys. Just painstakingly, just a few more minutes.
I've never been a drug addict. I've never gotten in any other problem before.
Lost even.
Other than that, that's the only situation that I have. And obviously, again, it wasn't a big deal
Exactly,
because
innocent.
I'm allowed to have animals. So I've explained all of that in another video. But the biggest reason I wanted to make this video is because, again, I'm trying to tell my side of the story because people are listening to people talk crap and they don't know the whole story. They weren't there. They're going off of rumors.
Exactly, Flo.
I know how rumors work. I see them in cases. You know how many rumors I've heard about cases that were not right? Matter of fact, the lady that I work with, what I've been trying to help her with her son for 7 years, she's had so many rumors about the cases.
So for the record, I have no idea who this lady is with the $50. She should be grateful somebody gave her $50, and she should be working the case because she cares about the case. I don't know this to be fact, but I listened to this whole live, and what it seems like to me is she's trying to use this lady because she thinks me and this lady have some conspiracy going on. I have no idea who this woman is, but because the groups, there's groups that like they check psychics, they make sure that you're doing what that you're using your gift and you're doing it publicly correctly, right? These people have reached out to her and she blatantly disregards them. These are respectable psychics, right? She thinks this grand conspiracy of this lady's contacting me, this and that. That's not what it is, people. In fact, this lady has scammed a lot of people. This is why this video was sent to me with an ass load of receipts, just so you understand what's happening.
Every case, there's rumor. There's always rumors. What do we know about the telephone game? So you're going to sit here and judge somebody when you don't know the whole situation. And again, as I talked about before, the news blows things up. And it is what it is. This is my past, and I have nothing to hide. I've never tried to hide it from anybody. I'm not a perfect person. Nobody's a perfect person. Nobody has a perfect past. We all go through what we're meant to go through to learn, evolve, and grow. And if you don't learn, evolve, and grow, then that's your problem. If you can't let go of not finding, I don't need to scam anybody. I've proven myself time and time again. I have reviews and testimonials from people.
This is comical. She got reviews. I'm going to show you what people think about her.
Level. And that anybody that watches those types of videos, you are a low vibration and you really need to rethink yourself, because it's not okay for the true crime community, it doesn't matter who you are, to start pointing fingers, to bullying, to accusing, to assuming, any of that. And
okay, I've actually had enough of her mouth. I want to get the receipts. You guys are all bad and all bullies. Did you hear? Do you hear loud and clear? Now, before you start feeling guilty, let me show you this comedy real fast. So she actually has receipts as to how she's not a fraud. I'm going to play about a minute of this, and I promise you it's done. And then the real shit happens. Where's it at? So let's go to 39 minutes of this nutcase. 39 minutes. Let's go right here. Listen to this. If this doesn't, if you don't catch this right off the bat, listen to this.
now, for those people that want to think I'm a fraud, I'm just going to read a couple of reviews from my website. And this is here it is. You can go to my website and go to reviews and find it.
Oh, your website. You mean where you send your subscribers to and tell them to write a 5-star review?
Can't she erase or take it?
Yeah, you can edit the ones that suck. Let her blow herself up before I really show you who she is.
Mediumship. Rochelle was absolutely amazing. She gave me the closure I've been struggling with and searching for my mom's passing. After 8 years, I truly have closure and peace. Rochelle knew things that only my mom would know, as well as other personal family issues.
Had enough. Now, that's all we have to hear. So, give you a little backstory, right? So now, the show begins. First thing I will show you, I will go back real fast before we go forward. I will show you who Rachel is, but I will also, just wait, people. Just wait.
But
so first thing I'm going to show you is this here. Back to T Rev really fast, really briefly. That's what 230 pounds juiced out of their head looks like. If you can zoom in and look at my chest and my shoulders, you see striations in every muscle. I weigh every bit of 230 right there. That was at Disney World. I was jacked up. I was bouncing then. It's not hard to be. That's what 230 looks like. I think I was like 28 there, something like that. I don't remember. But regardless, getting off topic, let's get right back on topic. Now, this lady, let's have a look-see, shall we? She wants to say, play victim, this and that, lawsuits, this and that. Okay, not a problem. Not a problem at all. So a couple things to show you here. First thing is this would be felony charge, okay, that she got arrested with. Okay, this is one. The next thing I would like to show you is right here, just so you can get it with your own eyes. Kern County Animal Control seizes over 80 animals. A search warrant reveals an animal control officer went to Rochelle Lapon's home. 80 animals. 80 animals. People, who has 80 animals in the house? Oh, 80 animals, people. There's more. Let's get a little bit more detailed into that, just in case I have to tell this to the judge or something like that. Chat. Kern County, because I don't want to slander anybody, because over here we like receipts and facts. And what I do on my channel, if you attack parents of missing children, or you bash them, you're calling them killers, if you slander them yourselves, I like to defend those parents and just use your own words against you. And I want to see what type of stuff you have going on, because you're such a perfect person. So just so we're all very, very clear, you don't need a psychic to understand that. But just saying. So the Kern County Animal Control seizes over 80 stench and phone call led Kern County Animal Control responding to a Lebec home to seize dozens of animals. A search warrant reveals animal control officer went to Rochelle LaPalme's home on North Drive, Lebec last week. The officer says she knocked on the door and the front window, but no one answered. She says she heard someone hushing the dogs that sounded distressed. She says she also saw cages around back that reeked of feces and urine. The officer got a search warrant and returned to seize 81 animals, including dogs, cats, rodents, rabbits. Nick Cullen with the Kern County Animal Control says LaPalme was not arrested, but that charges were pending.
All right, I'm going to help you.
Huh? So your house smelled like shit. I mean, according to the animal control, and you had 80 animals in there. 80. Wow, 80. Well, I just want to be very transparent to the people, because I don't want people to think that you're getting slandered or anything. But you talked to Ted Bundy. You just said that. Now, I found something very interesting. Very interesting. Very interesting. So let's have a look-see at this, shall we? Let's have a gander at this, shall we? Just a little bit of a gander. A little bit of a gander. Now, this comes at you via very interesting article here, people. I'm going to have to read this for some time, chat, so give me some time. Actually, I'm going to go to the chat before this, because this is very interesting. This is a person by the name of Kenny Bindle, who's a science enthusiast who likes to take a closer look at claims involving paranormal experiences, the equipment people use to search strange things, and the evidence presented for the ghosts, UFOs, cryptids, promote science, critical thinking, and skepticism through his blog, I Am Kenny Bindle. Now, Kenny Bindle did a little bit of an expose on the psychic sleuth and found out that she's not a psychic at all, broke down a case she was covering, and proves multiple shenanigans within this case. Now, this article is long, but boy, is it fact-driven and receipt delivered. I will not be reading the part of the other psychic because I don't know that other psychic. I don't want to bash that psychic. Never done anything bad to me. I should read it because it doesn't look good on them and people should know it. And I normally would, but because there's so much emphasis on Rochelle and you just heard her crock of shit story, I want to show you guys why she doesn't belong in true crime. And that's not even my opinion. It's Mr. Kenny's. But let me read the comments real fast. And I must put this in the chat for your viewing pleasure. Now, I've already posted this on my Twitter, and I will be tagging the Psychic Sleuth Green Team on my community page as soon as this live's done with this article. I would love for her to do a live and maybe ask Ted Bundy what he thinks about these facts. I don't think Ted Bundy can get her out of this one, people. Steve, I'd love to hear your story about it, but next time. Seth has done far more than the Wells, and they bash them to the point. Let CPS let the kids. Very good running bear. Damn, my bad, Steve. I like Crouchy, man. Ted Bundy can say where the fuck he's at. Hey, I hear you. Anybody? Yeah, I don't think anybody wants to talk to Ted Bundy. All right, guys, look. This is actually comical, man. Okay. Yeah, so it is mine, Running Bear. Thank you for that. You've been a supporter of the channel a long time. I haven't seen you around a long time, but I'm glad you're back in the chat. Yeah, good. Shout out to everybody who treats their animals well. You have my respect. You don't hurt animals. You know, and an animal will tell you about a person, man. You ever bring somebody around your house and an animal doesn't like them? It tells you everything you need to know. A kid and an animal will tell you everything about a stranger you need to know. But I must read this to you guys. This is very, very important. What an expose this is. Here we go. So this is long, guys. Stick with me because it's a whole section about psychic sleuth. Investigating psychic predictions in missing persons cases. Now, I'm not aware of this case, so I will stop and check the chat if you guys know about this case. But apparently she covered this case along with another psychic. In January 2020, my friend and colleague Ben Radford asked if I would be interested in an investigation project for his podcast, Squaring the Strange, which he co-hosts with Felisa Ward and Pascal Romero. The podcast tackles various myths and mysteries from a skeptical and scientific point of view, and I've been a guest several times. The project he proposed involved real-time investigation into psychic claims about a missing person's case, which we would choose a real-life case with an actual unsolved missing person currently not found, and gather information on what online psychics are saying about where the person is. The goal was to compare the psychic claims to verified information to see if the information provided by the psychic was useful to the police investigation or a needless drain of resources. Give me 1 second, guys. So we're going to go right back here. 1 second. I got to do something really fast. I got to check something real fast. Hold on. Hold that thought. Hold on 1 second. Okay, sorry about that. I apologize. Now, although I have investigated psychic claims in the past, I usually focused on exposing the hot and cold reading techniques often employed by them. Tracking the prediction of alleged psychics in real time alongside an ongoing missing persons case was not something I had done before. But I have read about such investigations many times from writers such as Joel Nichol. I accepted this assignment enthusiastically and got to work. The resulting shows aired in late March 20. According to Research Department, there are 609,000 missing person files opened in 2019. Many of these cases were resolved either by locating the person alive or finding their remains. However, many cases remain open for years or decades, or never solved at all. There are several reasons a person goes missing. They could be a runaway, have mental health issues, be fleeing domestic abuse, or escaping law enforcement, have become abducted, fallen victim to foul play, and more. As I read through case after case, I entered the missing person's names into a Google search, along with the keyword psychic. Many cases popped up in search results, so I narrowed my search to the areas of eastern Pennsylvania and New Jersey. This is my local area, and I figured that if the associated psychic predictions didn't help, perhaps I can get at least volunteer to help in the search. I soon became aware of a recent missing young woman named Stephanie P.O.S. Chat, I will pause there. Are you aware of the Stephanie P.O.S. case? This is going to be very, very important because the psychic sleuth gets totally exposed on this case. And you will learn how much of a fraud she is and the tricks and tactics that she pulls on her channel, because she does not talk to Ted Bundy. She does not talk to spirits. She reads news clips and closes her eyes and says the news clip. She watches videos, closes her eyes, and repeats what she heard in the videos, and so on and so forth. Oh, there's receipts. But do we know this case? Me, they're innocent. So we don't have to know the case. I don't know her. I don't know too much of it either. So let's continue this article. Stephanie was a beautiful 25-year-old living in Freehold, New Jersey. She was a professional makeup artist and a wax specialist. Judging from photographs on her social media page, she loved her family and friends, loved life, and always had a smile on her face. On October 30th, 2019, Stephanie went out for girls' night with her mother, 3 sisters, and several family members. They went to the Stress Factory Club to see psychic medium Cindy Kaza, a self-proclaimed evidential medium. In an interview, Kaza explains that a medium can talk to people who have died. And as a psychic, she can pick up on past, present, and future. Kaza's description of her alleged abilities will be discussed later. After the show, Stephanie and her family went back to her parents' house to hang out for a while. Sometime between 10 p.m. and 10:30 p.m., she kissed her mother, Charlene P.O.S, and said goodbye. Charlene and Stephanie to call or text when she got home. During her drive, Stephanie sent her mother a photo through Snapchat. Sadly, this would be the last anyone ever heard from her. The next morning, which was Halloween, Charlene P.O.S tried to contact Stephanie because she had not called or texted when she got home the previous night. Getting no answer, Charlene was concerned and drove to Stephanie's house, where she found her daughter's car still in the driveway. Entering the house, nothing appeared to be disturbed, out of place. Stephanie's phone was found on the side of the couch, but the purse she was last seen with was missing. Her phone had texts from her employer asking about her whereabouts. She hasn't shown up to work that day. Stephanie was nowhere to be found. Charlene then called 911 to report her daughter missing. It came to light that an ex-boyfriend had slept over Stephanie's house that night before and had left in the morning while Stephanie was getting ready for work. A missing person investigation began, and her ex-boyfriend, John, was identified as a person of interest because Stephanie had filed 2 complaints with police concerning abuse from him. During the investigation, John's phone was searched by police, who found evidence of child pornography. John was arrested. The police charged him with 3rd-degree endangering the welfare of a child, possession of child porn, which were unrelated to Stephanie's disappearance. And during his court appearance, prosecutors revealed that John had sent Stephanie 10 unanswered angry texts the night before she went missing. And that was still a suspect. John was held by police and was released on November 18th. 4 days later, he took his own life by hanging himself at his parents' house. There was little additional information released at the time, but early reports stated there was no suicide note left behind. The P.O.S family appeared multiple news outlets, including CNN, Inside Edition, True Crime Daily, Good Morning America, and others. Family and friends posted flyers throughout the surrounding area and organized search parties every weekend, combining the wooded areas surrounding Freehold. Details of the search parties were posted on social media, which is how we became aware of the case. On January 26th, I drove up to the Freehold area to help with one of the search parties. I joined about 50 other volunteers searching several wooded areas. I had never done this before and was admittedly apprehensive about what might be discovered. I had the opportunity to meet Edward and Charlene P.O.S, the family, found them to be sweet, loving people who carried on with a positive attitude despite the circumstances. They were determined to bring Stephanie home, and we were all there to help make that happen. Here's a search party. This sounds like a case it sounds like a case we all have paid attention to so many times, right? Later that same afternoon, 2 teenagers were walking around Route 9 On their way to work, one of the boys noticed something off the side of the road, believing they had just discovered a mannequin. The boys stepped over the guardrail to take a closer look. They quickly realized they discovered a person's body. The police were called and arrived within minutes. The next day, the coroner confirmed it was Stephanie. During a press conference, additional information was released. Blah, blah, blah. Psychic predictions. Oh, who do we have here, people? Who's that? Psychic predictions, people. As I investigated the case, I came upon a YouTube video by Psychic Sleuth Rochelle. Her real name is Rachel Lapon. Isn't that the same name on that 81 animals confiscated from her house? And according to, I don't want to slander anybody, according to animal control, had a stench and a reek. And the dog cages had shit all over them. She claims on her website, oh, the website with all the great reviews? That website? She claims on her website to be a qualified psychic spiritual medium, a clairvoyant and ordained minister who provides accurate heart-to-heart connections that begin healing and growth. She goes on to claim she also works on missing persons in order to help steer the case in a new direction. In addition, she states that she takes a look at missing persons, new and cold cases, as she connects to the other side, Ted Bundy, if you will, to bring new insights and give victims a voice. We shall see, says Mr. Kenny, as he provides a picture of the fraud. The video titled The Psychic Sleuth, Stephanie P.O.S. Oh, she covered this case, did she? Well, what did Mr. Kenny unveil? Let's continue. Was uploaded to the YouTube channel on November 23rd, 2019, 3 days after the date of the title. Rochelle makes several predictions about the events surrounding Stephanie's disappearance, including John's suicide. It's important to note that the Psychic Sleuth claims she knew nothing about the details of the case before posting the video, which was uploaded the day after John took his own life. Here's a list of what the fraud predictions concerning Stephanie's disappearance followed by the details reported by the local news. 1, I got burgundy. She was wearing burgundy, I guess, is what the fraud said. This was reported by several news agencies, including the New York Post on November 4th, which included the following description. Last seen in blue jeans, a burgundy V-neck t-shirt and sweater. Furthermore, the flyers widely posted in the Freehold area and shared across social media included the description, last seen wearing blue jeans, burgundy V-neck shirt, burgundy sweater. This accurate information was already well known by the time our psychic made her prediction. Here's a receipt with that right there. Number 2, the fraud says, I got Halloween stuff. I believe the month of October came in, is what Ted Bundy told me. Stephanie's disappearance on the night of October 30th was widely reported in local news and online within days. In fact, this is the first detail mentioned in just about every article about the case. This prediction was already well established on news and social media. Number 3, the psychic waving her hands over a crystal ball. The psychic waving her hands over a crystal ball. It was widely reported that Stephanie went out with her girlfriends and mom to see a psychic show. The New York Post reported on November 4th, Stephanie P.O.S. went to see a medium, Cindy Kaza, the show at Stress Factory Comedy Club in New Brunswick with her mom, 3 sisters, and other female relatives Wednesday morning. This prediction was also widely reported in common knowledge. Number 4, I get a reference to things being knocked over, the fraud says. As reported in a few accounts, nothing out of place, and there was no signs of a struggle inside or outside of Stephanie's house. This prediction was incorrect. Number 5, she takes me along Highway 9, or it's mentioned. Cause I see passing a green sign This is all the fraud says. Because I see a passing green sign that says Highway 9. Stephanie was found along Route 9, which is the main north-south route through Freehold, New Jersey. This route is also the main route ex-boyfriend would take to work. Looking at the map, there are a lot of wooded areas along the road, both north and south of township. Although believers in psychic powers would consider this a hit, it falls into the same category of very general statements, such as I see the person near a body of water at almost 523 miles long, with about 169 miles of it within the state of New Jersey. Highway 9 describes a large area. It's an obvious choice based on the proximity to Stephanie's house, the amount of wooded area nearby, and the fact that police were already searching that area at the time the fraud said that. Number 6, I also get a reference to a hospital. This took a little bit of digging, specifically through Stephanie's Facebook page. From August 8th to the 14th, Stephanie was in the hospital. She wrote that was admitted for severe pneumonia. How do you say it? Pneumonia. Yeah, in both lungs due to complications from vaping. She spent 7 days in the hospital and posted pictures and a video while she was still hooked up to IVs and other monitoring leads. This prediction reminded me of Susan Gerbach's Operation Pizza Roll, in which the self-proclaimed psychic Thomas John was caught hot reading, looking up attendees' Facebook pages and using the information to appear as she got it from spirits. Here's the receipts on where she got this from. I want to take a break right here, people. Do you see where I'm going with this? This lady goes live. Whether I don't know if she, I don't know if she's claimed to talk to Ted Bundy every time, or she just says she's talking to spirit. This lady has the information. She literally is scrolling the lady's Facebook, right? And then going on live and saying, "Oh, I see the hospital. I'm seeing a hospital. I'm seeing Burgundy." Everybody knew the Burgundy. Everything that you're saying on your readings has already been reported. There's verified evidence of this. And we're not even done, people. Kenny does not even play. Kenny buries this bitch. But do you see the patterns here? This is the type of scumbaggery that we're dealing with. This is the type of scumbaggery that will go live and tell you that Chris and Katie Proudfoot are the killers. That Don Wells and Candace Wells. What'd she say? Just look at the internet. No, lady, because you're a fraud. You go with the popular opinion. You go with the narrative. Whatever gets you the more views. You don't do, you do research. You do research. You just make it your own reading. You're a fraud. You're a fraud. I don't have articles written about this, about me. You call me a bully? I would say this is another family that you're bullied. You're getting donations. This is sick tragedy pimping. This is spiritual tragedy pimping. You talk about karma. Lady, you're playing with the spirit realms. You're playing with the spirit realms. This dude is breaking your fuck shit down like no other. You just have an ego problem because you're mad. This is, people, do you see this shit? Are you seeing this? Let's continue. Oh, we're not done. Number 9. How many is there? What could have been prevented? Hold on, let's scroll down a little bit. Okay, we don't got too much longer, but we have some more. Number 9. She says there's a pull-off kinda where he could hide the car. On Highway 9, there is only an emergency lane on the right side of the road. which is in full view of the entire highway. There is no pull-off spot anywhere along that stretch of road to hide a vehicle. This information is false. Number 10, I keep hearing New Brunswick, the fraud says. This area is approximately 13 miles from where Stephanie was found in Old Bridge, New Jersey. It's neither right nor wrong, and it seems irrelevant. Number 11, you cannot see her from the road, though. She's in some dense trees off the road, the fraud says. Although this is partially true for people in vehicles traveling along the highway, the two young men who found Stephanie were walking alongside of the road when they noticed her body about 6 feet from the guardrail. She was not in any dense trees, though that might be a reasonable guess and partial explanation for why she hadn't been recovered sooner, instead, for example, in plain view. Number 12, she's wrapped in a sheet buried in a shallow grave, according to herapp.com. Perez says the body, which has clothed and face down, was really close to the edge of the road. There's no mention of a sheet or shallow grave in any police reports or news reports. And keep in mind they found the body. Another lie. Number 13, I see a lake of water in the distance. Water has long been a staple of psychic predictions because one can always locate some type of body of water somewhere nearby. A water tower, pond, lake, creek, swimming pool, swamp. This is one of the most common and most useless predictions by psychics that make. Number 14, I got New Jersey Turnpike. She said it to me. I got Bob and soccer. There's a Bob Smith's Soccer Park Academy. I think Stephanie found that area. This psychic sleuth's predicted area is about 30 miles away from where Stephanie was found. What could have been prevented? Rochelle, the psychic sleuth, claims to be an accurate, clairvoyant, someone who can see objects or actions beyond the range of natural vision and who works on missing persons cases. She also claims she connects to the other side to bring new sights to give victims a voice. However, based on the missed predictions mentioned above and many others I did not include, the psychic sleuth is not accurate at all. Neither is she in communication with those on the other side. The only accurate prediction she made involved either information that had been released to the public previously or genuinely wide-ranging guesses. However, if Rochelle could really see things beyond normal vision or talk to spirits, then she could have made a difference in this case. For starters, she could have communicated with Stephanie directly and saved the family 2 months of painful uncertainty. These predictions addressed above were posted November 23rd, but Stephanie was not found until the 26th. That's 2 full months the family searching and not finding their loved one. Rochelle, if she genuinely possessed the ability to talk to spirits, could have also contacted the ex-boyfriend, John, who had committed suicide on November 22nd, the day before the psychic sleuth posted her video. Rochelle would have known about both suicide notes left behind and that he had taken Stephanie's life. She could have asked the deceased man's spirit where the body was. Again, this would have saved the family 2 months of anguish and searching. If truly a psychic, Rochelle could have provided police with detailed information that would have solved the case 2 months earlier. If she was accurate, and if she had acted when she claimed to have received the information 2 days before John committed suicide, then Rachel could have prevented the suicide, and John would have eventually been charged with murder and brought justice to the family. Rachel's website clearly states that she works on missing persons in order to help steer the case in a new direction. The predictions and information she provided would have steered the case about 30 miles in the wrong direction, wasting time and resources better spent on genuine detective work. I want to end by returning the night Stephanie disappeared and the show she and her family attended, starring Cindy Gaza. As mentioned earlier, Gaza is a self-proclaimed evidential medium who states she can pick up on past, present, and future. One must wonder why Gaza, who can allegedly pick up the future didn't pick up that Stephanie, who was in the same room as the psychic, was in imminent danger. If something as literally life-changing as a violent murder was going to happen mere hours in the future, one would think a real psychic could pick up on it. Why didn't Gaza pick up on the grief that was about to descend on Stephanie's mother and sisters, who were also in the audience? If Gaza could really have these abilities, she claims, then she presumably could have prevented Stephanie's P.O.S. murder. Here is a screenshot of the psychic they saw that night asking, oh, he's communicating with the psychic. He says, the guy that wrote the article, he says, Cindy, have you offered any assistance to the family concerning the disappearance of this young lady after attending your show? Just curious if there's any information you can provide that may help the family. I did reach out to the family. She responds to him. I reached out to Kaza via Facebook page, asking if she reached out to the family. Kaza said I did reach out, but offered no more information when I again asked if she provided any information to help the case. Honestly, I'm not surprised, considering two young men discovered Stephanie by happenstance rather than psychic powers. I began this investigation to find out whether the information provided by a psychic was useful to the official investigation or would have been waste of time had officials tried to follow up on these leads. In this case, both psychics involved proved to be useless. Time and time again, psychic impressions or predictions associated with missing person cases are uselessly general. When they are more detailed, it's because the information was already public knowledge. When missing persons are found, it's not through non-existent magical powers, but instead through good detective work or by accidental circumstances such as hikers, joggers, or curious neighbors. When given the chance to save lives and conclusively demonstrate their powers in the process, Psychic Slueth and Cindy Kaza were utterly failed frauds. They either could not or choose not to help Stephanie Parr's family. But you know what they did do, ladies and gentlemen? You know what at least the Psychic Slueth did? Monetize the lives. There's no telling, this going back 2020, there's no telling how many lies she did about that case. Could you imagine? I see Burgundy, I see this, I see that. All information. She's scoping the lady's Facebook. What a piece of shit. These are the people who threaten to sue you, right? It's okay for her to exploit that family, right? That dude did extensive research. Round of applause for Mr. Kenny. It's okay for her to exploit Summer Wells' family. It's okay for her to exploit Chris and Katie. But God forbid I review something she says, I have to get sued. And guess what? You guys are all bullies. How dare you cheer me on? This is the epitome of a tragedy pimp, scammer, fraud, person who gets on this internet thing, gets a few subscribers, and their ego gets so big they can't take a little bit of criticism. It's time for you to log off. You come on here and talk, everybody's not going to like you. Deal with it. Just deal with it. Everybody don't like me. It is what it is. I don't go around suing everybody. Somebody I legit hate, entered the chat when I started this live. I clowned him and he ran away. I didn't threaten to sue him. Okay? It's not how this works. Get your jokes up. Get your internet game up. But these fake lawsuits, they don't scare me, because I will make you look stupid in the courtroom. I really will. And I will bring my friends who you exploited with me. And another thing she says that I didn't play because I can't stand her stupid voice is, anyone else getting harassed by this white boy guy, contact me. I'll talk to the lawyer. No, lady, that's not how this works. Lawyers don't take phone calls for free. They work by the hour. They're very expensive. They're not taking all. Are you stupid? Like, you don't even know how it works. Very strange, ladies and gentlemen. Very, very strange. I will show you those receipts again real fast. I'm done reading. That's it was the longest thing I've ever read on live before. Because on my phone and it doesn't play. The computer has a weird. I should have played it on my phone. Not read the whole thing. I will show you this one more time. That guy's a beast. I'm gonna follow him. That's on my Twitter if you guys want to see it. But I mean, come on, guys. This is out of control. You can't go on. You can't go live saying all the animals are doing great things. With animal control, we saw the report. Oh, I have actually some more receipts. Let me before I forget. Let me cover all my bases real fast. Sorry for my dog. She's a very loud drinker. I got to read one more thing for you guys, just for the ultimate on this one. Okay, here we go. What happened here? What the heck's going on? Oh, I don't need that anyhow. Okay, I don't need that. So here. So she was charged under this statute. Except or otherwise provided in subdivision, every person who overdrives, overloads, drives when overloaded, overworks, tortures, torments, deprives, or unnecessarily sustenance, drink or shelter, cruelty, beats, mutilates, or cruelly kills any animal, or causes or procures any animal to be so overdriven, overloaded, driven when overloaded, overworked, tortured, tormented, deprived, or necessary sustenance, drink, shelter, or to be cruelly beaten, mutilated, or cruelly killed, and whoever having the charge of or custody of any animal, either as an owner or otherwise subjects any animal to needless suffering or inflicts unnecessary cruelty upon the animal, or in any manner abuses any animal, or fails to provide the animal with proper food, drink, shelter, or protection from the weather, or who drives, rides, or otherwise uses the animal for unfit for labor is for each offense guilty of a... Okay, now, some inside information I have. Authorities need to do a welfare check on those animals. 40 or so dogs, cats, birds, exotic species, etc. She claims most are packed into a bathroom in cages, both indoor and outdoor. She's constantly asking for money for them, and people hand it over. In her last two videos, she was begged for money for one of the dogs. She claims it had something wrong with its tail. She was supposed to leave a cone on it, but decided to take it off anyway. She says it chewed its own tail off. Now she wants money for its surgery. She's a hoarder of animals and refuses to surrender any of them to a rescue so they can be vetted and be adopted out to loving homes. No dog, cat should live like that. So what we gotta have to look at that, people. We're gonna have to look into that, people. That's not cool. We're definitely looking into that. Let's do some of the comments. Sorry, guys, I'm reading now the comments. Steven, give us a call. You want to drop the link for you? I'm gonna drop the link for you. I didn't know you knew her. I'm very interested to hear this.
He can't. His wife's gonna beat him up if he makes noise.
Oh, your wife's sleeping? It is late. All right, peer pressure. Everybody tell Steve to drop the link.
Steven, touch the link. It won't hurt.
What? Bam, says funny. Well, oh, you did? So okay, if you don't get in trouble for your wife, don't do that. I mean, you should though. But so did you would you work with her in this on the Sebastian Rogers case? Is that how you met her? No, it's cool. Don't get in trouble. Was it the Sebastian Rogers case that you met? Okay, that's what I thought. Okay. Okay, on TikTok, got you. Is she one of the psychics that I remember there was a shitload of psychics that bombarded Seth in the very beginning? How many visuals have there been? 3? In the very beginning of the case, there was a lot of psychics were going at Seth. Did she try to get in there at that time? Is that where you met her? I knew it. So that's funny. She went over there, tried to get in. Man, she is nowhere near these. Did you listen to that shit, dude? She is a man. Either which. Crazy. That's crazy. So she was up there with all them other psychics. I remember that they bombarded him. You know who didn't get bombarded? Chris and Katie. You know what's crazy? When I first met Don Wells, that's one of the first things he told me. He told me that like these psychics are like overbearing, and they have like no, they just like just rude, like they're overbearing, like they don't listen to no. They're like all around this house, and he and I was like, what? Because I didn't know that, and yeah, the psychics. Remember him telling me that? The psychics, there's a group of psychics, right? They're on YouTube, and on these missing kid cases, they all like, I don't know if they travel together or if they all go like individually and they're just all going like first one gets the prize, but there's like a swarm of them that go like ambulance chasers, and they like bombard the parents like it's crazy. It's crazy. I felt like rude. I thought the Chris Proudfoot now, right? But it took me months to reach out to him, right? And I did, but like, what do you say, right? I didn't know what to say. I feel guilty bothering them, and I only did because I wanted to help some of the shit that I saw on the internet, right? I did it trying to help them, but even still, like, I don't want to bother these people. Like, I don't know what their mind frame is. Could you imagine like day one? Like the Amber Alert is not even like 48 hours old, and there's a swarm of psychics in your face. Like, you don't know what these people believe in, or what kind of faith they have. And it's like, it's crazy. And what type of shit they're going to make up, plant. You don't know what people's intentions are. But they do it, man. She was controlling as fuck. Oh, I believe it. And she will make it like anything against her narrative. You're a bully. She's a victim. She plays the whole thing. I mean, that live that I was playing a little bit ago. If you only heard the whole thing, Jesus, you'll blow your head off. But it's just a whole bunch of nonsense.
It's the same shit over and over again. Did she ever say anything other than what we've heard? Like that circle of words.
She is a witch. No, she didn't say anything new. She didn't control us. Hell no. We don't take orders very well. It's crazy though, guys. But yeah, she's a green team, guys. So Steven, has she always been pro Seth and hating Chris and Katie? Has that been her whole thing, or did she kind of switch up? Is that how when you knew her in the beginning? Is that how she was then? She was trying to control Steven as if she was an insecure girlfriend looking for attention. Then she would get downright angry when he wouldn't respond. She wanted to pork you. Look, in my opinion, what was that? Ted, what was that, Ted? Oh, Ted Bundy, guys. Hold on, Ted Bundy. She wanted to pork him? Steven, Ted told me she wanted to pork you. It's official. I'm a medium too. I do psychology. I do life coaching. I do psychic readings now, tarot cards, and I do Ted Bundy. Ted Bundy talks are only $3.99 per minute till this Friday, guys. And I have a lot of bookings too, so get it while it's hot. But Ted just called. What's that? $5.99. He said $5.99. Spirit's never wrong. Always pro Seth and Tony. Interesting. So she gets an email too with the narrative, I bet. Interesting. All right, Ted, we can't fuck with you no more. Get out of here.
You can't just use Ted like that.
Fuck
He's
Ted.
not a one-night stand.
Fuck Ted. Listen, people,
You didn't even get
for what it's worth, I don't know what everybody believes in, what your faith is, whatever. Can we all agree that Ted Bundy's burning in hell and he can't take phone calls or any conversations with your head? I mean, let's keep it real. Okay, let's keep it real. He's burning in hell. I mean, seriously, he's too sunburned to talk to anybody right now. I mean, I'm just. You know how many people that guy killed? That's comical, though. So, but when they didn't listen to her, she got mad and said Tony reached out when they came down for, the video. That's comical. Interesting as hell. That is funny, man. Tony called asking for locations. Dude, listen, bro. I'm going to get a hold of you on X. I know it's late. I work the second shift. I'm going to get a hold of you. I would like for us to do a little collab on this, because I would love to do a little video upload, man. The people need to know. The people need to know. I don't know. Besides, some people will watch this replay. I don't know how many, but I want to put it out there. So maybe if we could do that, that'd be awesome. That would be awesome. I don't think she wanted that. I think she wanted full control of the. Yeah. Okay, now I see what you guys are saying. I get it, Angie. Oh, got it. Oh, she's playing all the sides of the game. All the sides of the game. Ooh, vindictive little bitch she is. Yeah, that's good advice, Choco. That's comical. That is comical. Yeah. So as I was prepared for this live, she's done a million Sebastian Rogers readings. So to give you guys more context, a couple years ago when I found out she talks to Bundy, I did a clown session on this, right? We were roasting her, and she took all the Ted Bundy. She had this thing called TED Talks. And she deleted the whole playlist after I did the live, right? You cannot find, she had the whole playlist of her talking to Ted Bundy. So she deleted all of them. And then I pat myself on the back for this one. She deleted some of the Summer Wells stuff she did. Bam. I wonder after this one though, how many of the Sebastian Rogers are going to go bye-bye. So listen, Steve, we got to do something because people need to hear about this, because there's probably shenanigans between her and Seth. We have to expose this. This is very important. This is very important. We have to expose this. Even if I'm gonna contact you tomorrow. We'll figure it out. Yes, Truth Seeker, 100%. I mean, that article tells you everything, guys. What's up, Barbecue Lady? What's happening? Barbecue Lady, let me ask you this. Do you know the person on my thumbnail? The psychic sleuth? Do you know her? Ever see her, meet her? Unblocked her number, etc. Out respect for my wife. I wish I would have seriously done my research. She said there is a fake from Australia also, but I wonder if it's really her too. That's really interesting. That's really interesting. Matt, you got up to 1.6 in chat tonight. Damn. Absolutely. Give me your email. Barbecue remembers this shit. Barbecue. Interesting. So we got Barbecue here too. Steven, you're going to have to explain the Barbecue Lady a little bit better than I can. I only know her YouTube name, but drop my email for him. It's whiteboylockdownradio@yahoo.com. But dude, just get at me on Twitter. A DM. Fastest way. Barbecue would tell you she was in my lives and we were seriously working together, but Barbecue didn't know her. Okay. Ever since Rochelle, I'm good. What'd she say? Okay. Did you knew her? I don't know if like that. Barbecue Lady, that lady said that Ted Bundy told her Summerwell. Yeah, she's in that case for sure. There it is right there. I put it on the screen. Y'all did great tonight. Yeah. All right. Yeah. So I definitely, she's definitely not Australian. She lives in, I just read it on one of those animal abuse things, or I think she's in Pennsylvania area or whatever. The psychic, the dude that exposed her, she's in New Jersey. She's in New Jersey. So she drove all the way to Tennessee too. See how them psychics do it? Yeah, man, it's crazy, dude. No, I don't. I stay away from that. Good. You didn't miss nothing, and good that you did. Yeah. All right. But she isn't Rochelle. Okay, now I'm confused. California psychic sleuth. Oh, okay. I got what she's saying. Okay, I got what you're saying. So this one is, I don't know. It's all in my live. I'm going to end it. I don't want this going too much longer because I want people to watch this. But Steven, I want to get up with you. We'll talk. Either email me if you want. I'll shoot you my real number, whatever. Or, dude, the best way to get a hold of me is on Twitter, man. I'll just give you my number right there. But definitely needs exposing. This person's not a good person. I think I've beyond proved the point tonight. But these people, all they want to do is sue. Yeah, Barbecue Lady joined the chat. Another person attacked, getting sued. This is what these people do on YouTube. It's so crazy. It's ridiculous, man. But like I said, if that's what you want to do, sweetheart, hey, that's your own free will. Just understand, I will say all this in court, and I'll bring all my friends. That'll be on court record. People can FOIA that. When people Google you, that's going to show up. I mean, we can talk about it all. I will, if I have to hire a lawyer, though, I will have to subpoena Ted Bundy. I'm just letting you know that. So be prepared for that. So I'm just saying. Now, if that's the role you want to go, but yeah, stop it right now. Just stop the nonsense. You're on a public platform. People can review you. The funny thing about this, and I'm going to end this like this. If you never did all those bullshit lies and lives about Don and Candace, if you never said that a dead serial killer was telling you where Summer Wells was. You literally said tonight in your own live that you talked to Summer. And the way that you said it pisses me off because you said it like she was a spirit. You said it like she was deceased. And that's fucked up because what you're doing is painting a narrative that she's deceased, and you're giving people, the people who believe your crock of shit psychic things, that diminishes hope. So people who want to share her flyer, people who want to search for her, you've already put it in her head. It's useless to do that. You're a walking image of misinformation. And you had a man break down the shenanigans that you pulled stunt by stunt in a case where you're scanning people's Facebooks and then saying it. There's no other exposure. Animal control said your house smells like poop. You don't clean the cages. On your own live, you're saying you're the great animal keeper, and then one cat gets away, and you think it's a good idea for an electric fence. Well, maybe keep the cat in the side, or maybe have 79 animals. I mean, how many can you have? I have a 3-bedroom house. What, 80 animals in this motherfucker? Are you kidding me? Lady, what are you doing with the animals? What are you doing with all those animals? Something's fishy. Something's fishy. And it's not the smell of your house. People, we're going to have to get on this, people. To be continued. You see something, say something, people. Kids, animals off limits. And people, we're going to have to investigate. My sleuths out there, get on it. My sleuths, get on this. 80 animals, something's fishy. Something's fishy. Yeah, you only need a couple of dogs and a cat. Seriously. Who needs 80? Something's fishy, people. Something's fishy. I can't either, man. I can't either. It's not cool. They do, and they never had 40 animals. It's crazy. They came and they say they're punishment. I have 5. That's normal. We have, okay, so we have 2 cats, a dog, a bunny, a prairie dog, and that's it. We used to have a tegu. No more. But that's it. Okay. That's a lot. But I mean, that's a lot. That's a handful. Holy shit. 75 more? Something's wrong. 75. What are you eating them? Seriously. Seriously. People, something's fishy. All right, y'all. I have guinea pigs too. Them. We got a little. This one's an asshole. It's mean. It's nice to the kid. That's it. It bites you and shit. Yeah. Something's fishy. Something's fishy. Voodoo for real. Something's fishy, man. Nobody. Listen, man. I've never in my life met somebody with 80 animals ever. I'm trying to think of like the last time I went to the zoo. Did I even see 80 animals at the zoo? Seriously, something's fishy. All right, y'all. Something's fishy. Something's fishy. Something's fishy. All right, y'all. Now you know. Yeah. Now you guys know where T Rev's at. So get the message out there. And this one here, to be continued. Green team lawsuits. Until the next one, guys. Something's fishy. Stay on it. Do the research. Send it to me, and I will expose it. Later, y'all. I appreciate y'all hanging out with me tonight. Much love. It's super late. I got to work. Got to get off here. This was a fun one. But I think something tells me that the YouTube ego will have us back here talking about this one. Let's see. Peace. What's up, guys? Hope you enjoyed the video. Do me a favor, hit that like, subscribe to my clip channel at White Boy Radio Clips. And in the description box is the link to be a member. Become a member if you can. I'll catch y'all in the next one. Stay safe, stay smart. Peace.